Trey, what did this kind of mean to you? I know you wanted to win the game last night, but just to move up on that the three-point list, passing Drew Holiday, who was in the building.
Yeah, I mean, I told him before the game I was going to pass him. I mean, he didn't really care, but that was cool. Obviously, getting into the record books, especially because I didn't even think it wasn't a for sure possibility I'd be in the NBA. So now, like, making history in the organization is pretty cool. And obviously, I told CJ that I'm coming for him next. So that's the ultimate goal.
How long is that going to take?
Hopefully not too long. Hopefully not too long.
Yeah, I don't even know how much is the difference.
65. Or is it 63?
It's in the 60s.
Yeah, it's 60 something. Yeah.
It's doable, like a couple games.
Yeah, I could get it in 6 games, hopefully.
Coach is talking about the defensive end and how that is what really needs to change for this team. Where does that start?
I just want to, at the end of the day, guarding the balls want to, and also communicating, get on the same page. There's a lot of stuff that we're just not on the same page about, defensively, and we just got to do a better job of that.
Trey, what about the third quarter? What's been the issue there you feel like for this team?
We just got to finish, and we got to finish third quarters. We got to come out and start third quarters very well. Like, we're not starting third quarters well. The teams are going on runs, and it's like the same old song and dance, and we can't continue to keep letting that happen.
What can you say about yourself growing with Derek Queen? I mean, he's obviously super impressive so far, but just in the past couple games.
Yeah, I mean, me and DQ's games are really complimentary because he draws a lot of attention. I draw a lot of attention. I'm able to cut. He can pass really well. I can screen for him. He can get downhill. So we're able to play off each other and make and create good offense.
Trey, did you know much about him before he got here? Like, did you watch him at Maryland or? Did you
I watched him in the tournament for sure. Yeah, I watched him in the tournament before, but outside of that, I didn't really. I didn't know he could pass the ball that well. So, it's been a surprise for me.
With him not having any training camp too, how surprising is where he's at right now? How quickly he's kind of just built while he's in the game.
It's impressive, but I could kind of tell he's a gamer. He's one of those guys that gets up for games, so he might not need as much practice. Now the conditioning part might be the area where he continues to get better at it. I mean, he's playing really big minutes at a young age, and it's just going to take time.
I want to ask you about just these third quarters. The teams kind of had their struggles in the third quarter. What do you kind of attribute that to?
We just play better defensively. I feel like sometimes we have some letdowns in the third defensively. I kind of think just based off our history of struggling in the third, we kind of get down on ourselves when teams want to run. It's the NBA teams are going to run, and stuff is going to happen. We just got to be able to be more resilient, handle adversity, and just keep playing our solid basketball. And yeah.
How have you been feeling? Sorry, getting back on the court. Coach said that you're still dealing with a little bit of the injury.
It's been okay. I missed a lot of time. Missed to build and bond with the team, get a good chemistry. I lost a little bit of rhythm, lost a bit of momentum. So just trying to get my momentum back. It's kind of just learning how to make an impact with the group of guys that we have. And still playing limited minutes. So just trying to figure out how I can contribute in my spurts in my time period. Each game I feel like I'm getting stronger. I'm feeling more confident in myself and my movements. But it's still gonna be a work. It's only been a few games, and I'm feeling good about it.
Not to look too far ahead, but how much are you looking forward to Sunday?
I'm looking forward to it. We got 2 big games coming up. 2 good teams coming into our home court. Playing some guys, I got a lot of history with them, so I'm excited for it. But I'm not looking past Lakers. That's a big game, and we need to get a win. So every game matters.
What have you seen from Jordan these past couple of practices trying to get back out there?
He's working hard. He's one of the hardest workers I've been around. I've been knowing that about him for years. He's not used to being hurt, so it's killing him not being out there. But he's working hard. He knows his body, and whenever he's ready, he's going to try to get out there as fast as possible.
What have been your impression of DQ so far?
DQ is great. He's been getting better every game, every practice. You can tell in his growth. I've been most impressed with his IQ. He has a great feel, and he sees the floor and the pace of the game really well for a young player. He's been really impressive. I think the sky's the limit for him. He's going to keep getting better every game. The more minutes he gets, the more different coverages he sees, he's going to be able to pick the game apart.
You've been around the league a while. Is there anybody he reminds you of, just his game? I mean, who does he sort of play like, if anybody?
Nah, he's kind of unique in the way that he kind of approaches the game. I play with DeMarcus Cousins. He's not as big as guys like him, but as far as his skill, his being able to handle the ball, step out and make a jump shot, he kind of reminds me of him a little bit. The attitude he carries, he's really competitive. So I played with him for a little bit because he kind of reminds me of him a little bit.
On the point guard center, it's an important relationship. How are you feeling with Jeremiah Fears? We saw the lob attempt last night, didn't work out. Yeah. Just overall, how are you feeling with him?
I'm feeling good. He's a great point guard. He's learning a lot. His pace, his speed of the game is incredible. Like I said, like him, just like DQ, I feel like he's getting better every game. He's seeing the floor. He's learning how to get everybody involved, getting Trey involved, getting DQ involved. Getting Herb involved. He's learning how to be a real floor general, and for him to be that young is pretty impressive. Every game isn't going to be perfect, and it's going to be some growing pains, but I feel like for the amount of work that he puts in, it's going to be a fast curve for him.
Will it be a little weird for you Sunday, like just being on the opposite side of Steph and Draymond and those guys?
For sure, it'd be weird, but it's going to be exciting. I expect it to be competitive, and them guys they don't like to lose, and they especially if somebody that they play with, they don't want to lose to them. So I feel the same way, and so I'm excited. We talk some trash with Draymond. It's going to be pretty fun, and it's going to be a good game.
We like y'all had a good practice today. What's kind of been your message after last night?
You got to get some stops. That's number one. And that's a work in progress. So something that we're continuously working on, watching film on it. Our guys are talking about it. I thought offensively we did more than enough to put ourselves in a position to win the game. Defensively, it came down to our ability to get stops. But we had a good day today. We turned the page, we watched it, we talked about it, worked on it, and good energy in the gym today.
Well, I know that every team in the NBA is good, but what do you think about this 4-game stretch that you got with Lakers, Warriors, Thunder, Nuggets? I mean, just how tough of a stretch is that going to take?
Just one game at a time. We know we got some good teams coming in here. So take it one game at a time, focus on our opponent, and try to make sure that we have game plan discipline, go do the things that we know we're capable, and put ourselves again in a position to try to win the game.
Yesterday you mentioned Kevon Looney was working through something. He only played 8 minutes. Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
Just some of the the injuries and continue to ramp up. So he's still working through that, but we're going to be patient with Loon. We know what he brings to our team, veteran leader, a guy that can step on the floor and really help our group, but also helping some of our young bigs and showing them the way.
Speaking of the young bigs, are you noticing something about Derek Queen coming off the bench? Because the numbers do say they're better, but he's still coming off the bench. You see, what's the benefit of that?
He gives us a boost in our second unit. We definitely have seen the numbers, and we like what we're seeing from Derek. And he's been consistently doing that. So I talked about it in the earlier press conference that he's probably going to get more minutes. Well, he played 37 minutes last game. So we're just going to keep working on it, keep looking at it. And, again, we like what we're seeing from the young fella.
Hey, well, we got the update on Z. You think there's a chance he might can play on the rest of his homestand at some point? Or?
We'll see. I'm definitely hopeful, and I'll continue to listen to the advice of our medical group as well as Z.
With the defensive effort that you're looking for, you've been leaning into Micah Peavy playing a little bit more. What have you seen from him and his ability to just kind of set the tone on that end?
Yeah, his size, his strength, he has a defensive mind. Even though he's a young player, he does a good job guarding guys. And for our whole group, it's an area that we have to improve in. If we want to give ourselves a chance to win more games, we really have to improve on the defensive side. That starts with just guarding the ball, simple concepts, being really good in pick and roll situations, finishing possessions. When we do get stops, defensive rebounding is important.
Eve obviously didn't have a super long stint in the game last night, but whenever he brought some energy. Can you talk about what he brings to the front court?
Same thing. Eve is he's dynamic in pick and rolls. Offensively, he's a lob threat. Defensively, it's not as easy to go down and try to finish over him. He's a shot blocker. He changes shots down there. He brings a ton of energy on both ends of the ball for us. So we're glad to have him back.